Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. That dude. Telling y'all, man, let's not shut up. Never shut up, damn it. Because this is where we're going to learn those life lessons. Talk through that sports and entertainment and cover that media like they be trying to cover everybody else. And boy, we got some media on media beef right now. M&M's right now. Media and media going at it right now. Yeah, Shannon Sharpe. Oh! He hit him with that jungle clap. You know them dudes doing the training day? He hit him with them jungle claps. Hey, I heard what you said, Steven Jackson, about the way I do my interviews and show. And Steven tried to do it in a non-hateful way, right? He tried to do it in the most positive of ways. Hey, man, you know, Cat did his thing, and that's who Cat is. He's a realist. And at the same time, Shannon, you look. Good interview, except I wouldn't let him talk about those cats like he did, pun intended. I was like, dang, that was a little bit, that was the first drip of a little hate. But then he turned the faucet on. He said, oh man, we got relationships and we don't get down like that. And then when you felt so inclined to check him, he hit everybody with the Uzi saying, and you know what? Y'all ain't got no show, so y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Whoa. I said, all right, well, I ain't have to respond to that because Shannon Sharpe responded to that. Check out what Shannon said.
I never criticize anybody because the way I look at it, Ocho, everything I saw my brother do, I said I can do it.
Right.
You know why? Because he lived in the same house I lived in. He got rained on just like I did. He had to go outside to the woods to go to the bathroom just like I did. So hell, if he went to college, why can't I? If he go to the NFL, why can't I? So if I see you guys do something, you do it. You're damn right I believe I can do it.
Yeah.
But you think, hey, look at this. I got this out the mud. I came from the trenches. Right. And you got more hate in your heart with all that you got, that you've been blessed with so much, and all you do is hate on a man that you think better. How about get better? Create better content. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave it alone, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
And this for everybody that's out there.
You preaching right now.
Just because you're first to do something, that don't mean you're the best at it. That he got so much, he always has something to say.
Right.
Now, this is the same guy. You know what? I ain't gonna even, no. Look here.
I like that.
Sometimes success, the only success they get to taste is taking a bite out of you. Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Yeah, he was about 9 degrees in. He was about to go to the nth degree, the 10th degree, all the way through. He was about to go full 1,000. Thou wow. But he kept himself composed. He preserved himself. Let me go all the way for him. Look, what Shannon caught was, Steven, you mad, bruh. And look, we all get mad. But that doesn't mean we all hate. When you're doing something and somebody else is doing something and you want what they're doing and you're wanting what they're getting, you want that interview. You want those ratings. You want those views. And they are raising their hand both for that. That's their lane. Come on, y'all. All the smoke came first, didn't it? Didn't it come even before, obviously, the pivot, athletes first, whatever, the one Brandon Marshall, yeah, I am athlete. Yeah, I think all the smoke was first in this whole new genre of athlete podcast, retired or current, right? And look, y'all can't feel like this because this is how I grew up. I'm going to give y'all some little story on that. You can't get mad when somebody pass you up, bruh. Not at them. You can't get mad at anything but yourself and say, look, if I'm trying to win this game against them, I'm going to have to play the game better. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So that's for Steven Jackson because he's raising his hand because obviously he was first to it. And now Shannon done passed not only Steven and Matt up, but this is why it shouldn't even be a diss. He done passed everybody up. He going for Joe Rogan, bro. That's where he going. He like, look, all y'all, this is cute. This is fresh. But I'm going somewhere else now. And good for Shannon. Now, what helps me deal with my level of like, damn, I want my views to go up to 40 million is the fact that I know I'm not doing what they're doing. So that gives me solace, being real. Because if I'm playing football and you playing football, but you getting all the love, you a quarterback and I'm a DN, I could easily say, I want some of that shine, but they don't give DNs that shine, right? We in two different things, even though we in the same game. However, if I'm a quarterback and you a quarterback and we're doing the same thing and you killing me, oh, I feel a certain way. But still, you ain't got to say it. Still, you ain't got to act on it. Still, you got to hate. And still, you ain't got to lace it and play it off like it's all to the good. Glad Shannon said something. Because I heard that and I was like, it feel like a certain level of hate there. Now, here's the thing about what's going to happen now. You can't get nothing out of Steven Jackson in this situation because Steven Jackson now has been confronted with the reality that not only do people think that was laced with hate, but more importantly, he got you, big dog. It's just the way it is. And I want everybody to catch the life lesson in this because when I was growing up, a lot of people passed me by. Youth level, Pop Warner level, running around the country as a kid, high school, all that. Before that, I was top dog. Then I had some knee issues in high school. Osgood Slaughter, etc. Cats would pass me by. Thank God we didn't have like ESPN rankings at the time. I might have been caught up. But people were passing me by when I used to be the man compared to them. Then I go to Columbia. Good Lord, everybody done passed me by. All my homies going to big schools and stuff, etc. saying, oh man, I'm going pro. You know, they at these gigantic schools wearing the gloves, the sweatsuits, all the cute girls, big stadiums. I'm going pro. I'm going pro. I couldn't say anything. I'm at Columbia. Nobody even watched my games. Then I got drafted, and they didn't. Point being, man, look, this is a roller coaster ride, bruh. All the smoke was all the shit for a while. And now there's competition, and some competition has passed them by. Go get yours. Go get yours. Go do the thing that you want to do instead of telling them the thing that they're doing is not as good as you like it. All right, so those are my guys, all of them. You know, I got love for all them guys. You better not come at me, boy. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? But I got love for all those guys, but I did catch that. It's simple. But we all got egos, right? You got to check it at the door. If you don't check your ego, there he go, as my grandma used to say. You're going to act a donkey. You're going to say something stupid, act crazy, or do something out of line. So check the ego, or there he go. All right, y'all. What did y'all think of Shannon's response? Almost ether. Almost. Boom, boom, fuck, jerks. I heard that part. He almost got it out. He was mad at Stacks, but he kept it a little composed. And are most people in the industry haters? No, that's not true. I'm going to ask y'all, but that's not true. Most of us are not haters. We're competitive, but we're not haters. And sometimes it leaks out. When you're competitive and you're mad at them, that's when you're a hater. I'm competitive, but I ain't mad at them. Now, if somebody trying to come up here and being positive with a charity and trying to talk to y'all one-on-one and was getting 30 million views, I have some problems. Maybe I should be mad at Jordan Peterson or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. So you think people think of other success as their loss instead of the opportunity. I love the fact that Shannon even showed it. The opportunity is there. If I'm getting 30, 40 million, that means if you're doing the same thing, it's there, dog. That's where the fish are. Let's go. Don't be mad at it. I'm catching more fish. We both in the same water. I'm just doing this thing a little bit better. All right, so we got to talk through that on them comments. Beat it up. All right, let's talk about Shaq and Charles Barkley trying to give some love to Zion, you know, some of that tough love, right? Man, they stay on Zion because they really believe in his talent. I respect that and I see that. However, doesn't mean everything you say, as I know as a parent, when you talk to people and try to help them. I try to help my itty bitties all the time. Sometimes you can feel it where they're like, let me mess up on my own. Or more importantly, trust in me. I got this. Or how about this one? Respect that I'm okay. I'm just not doing it your way. So let's listen to Shaq and Chuck try to give some of that tough love to Zion.
If you say something about me and I don't get mad, that means I'm not ready. His response is telling me he ain't ready. I would have been like, excuse my French, F Shaq and Charles, watch this for the rest of the season. That's how you respond. Because actually when I say certain things, I'm egging you on to see what you're going to do. But the fact that, and again, it's all about that look. He still ain't got that look today.
It's really like, I want all these guys to be great players. And you see this kid got so much talent, but he's a yo-yo guy because he's not in good shape. And I had to go through that early in my career. I couldn't play back-to-back games until I lost 50 pounds. And that's why he'll get 35 one night and 15 the other night, because he can't sustain it. And I hope he gets in shape, because we thought he was going to be the next big thing. And right now, the jury's still out.
Okay. I know Shaq coming from a good place, even though sometimes it's hard to understand where it's coming from because of me coming at you. Know, cats be like, damn, Shaq sound mean, sound hateful. I don't think that's Shaq's spot. I think this is where Shaq is wrong, though. He thinks, or he just said, the only response will be anger towards him, or I'm mad, or now I'm going to respond and prove something to Shaq or prove something to somebody else. Shaq is an all-time great top 10 player. We know it, maybe top 5. However, let's not go to the point where we want Zion to be motivated because Shaq said something bad about him. Ultimately, you want Zion to be motivated because he's trying to prove something to himself. Or he has a deeper response because he owes it to himself. He wants to do it for himself, not for the hate of coming from Shaq or the disagreement of Shaq, but for him and the love he got. That's how you get there, and that's how you stay there. Not because a great player disses you. You imagine if your motivation is somebody hating on you and dissing you, and people always say that, and I just be shaking my head like, and don't give me no examples because I would beat them all up. Yep, including Michael Jordan's example, and do not map that on to Michael Jordan and his greatness. He did not do all that because he hated everybody. He did that also, and he don't talk enough about it because it ain't good for the brand, how much you love ball. You imagine the commercial? I just love basketball. I wake up with it. I go to sleep with it. I just bounce it all around the house. He love it. He ain't buying no Jordans. But if he say, what'd you say? Oh, you thought you cut me off my high school team? Oh, you really didn't think I was going to be great from college? You know what I mean? Then because everybody out there who hasn't succeeded, people who have failed, usually blame somebody else before themselves. Therefore, they love to hear somebody who made it off of hate. They love to see somebody made it when everybody else was saying they couldn't, because that's how they feel. They blaming other people. That's the only reason I ain't make it. Coach was tripping. I ain't make it because everybody was on me and got in the way and nobody took me to practice. I ain't have any weight equipment. I ain't have a track near me. And you know what? One day I told y'all the story. I had to wake up one day and just run to the gym. I had to run to the track and still do the workouts at the gym and the track. Dog, you got to be greater than your greatest excuse. So I know why this always lands with people, but I think Shaq was wrong trying to almost motivate him by saying, I should be your ultimate motivation. That has to be Zion, bro, straight up. Now, Chuck went through this experience before, so Chuck, I think, is showing a little more grace and mercy. And it sounds like he is, but he also knows success is not linear. Even though Chuck was always great, he didn't always have it under control. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's the same for Zion. He might not always have it under control. It's just that simple. I had teammates like that. Ted Washington, if y'all know Mount Ted Washington, was gigantic. Fingers this big. His fingers look like forearms, right? But he never let us see how much he weighed, et cetera, and all that stuff. Who else was there? Jamie Nails. Now, he let us see 419 pounds at one time. Big dog, turkey leg, big dog. Like, God. And look, that didn't help his career. He still balled out, but it didn't help his career. Let's just say that, all right? Point being, everybody gonna get to that mountaintop different. And in this situation, I know Zion is inconsistent by the numbers at times, but this dude beasting, man, he got some NBA records under his belt already. He big boned it did for real. Like, I saw him, a month ago? I told y'all I went to the Clippers game. I mean, look, everybody could lose a little. I mean, look, I got layers, but God, that sucker got explosion. That sucker just big, dog. I don't know what his fighting weight is. Maybe it's 15, 20 pounds less. He ain't losing 50 pounds. I don't see 50 pounds coming off that frame. Y'all tell me, y'all beat it up in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with Shaq and Chuck on what Zion's response should be? And where do you feel like Zion is in terms of accepting this or fighting this? Tell me what you think. Because it seems like Zion right now is balling. Like, not hurt. I just think that y'all need to leave this boy alone and let this boy ball out of control, and I think he will do that. So beat it up in the comments. Tell me what you think and how tough an obstacle is weight. It seems like it could be a lot for him especially, but I think it's a lot more noise than signal in this one. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this league-wide controversy in the NBA. Yeah, these referees are set tripping. Woo, these referees out there getting it in. Referee play, if that's a term, seems like in the NBA making a lot of noise. I'm not going to go all-time low because we done seen some controversies and we done seen referees in movies and documentaries about refereeing in the NBA. But it was controversies with LeBron James recently. Remember that two-pointer he had, a questionable call against the Pacers. Then he expressed his social media frustration, etc. A foul against that was missed and when he was playing. Eric Lewis comes to mind, and one of the issues he had, he admitted to a mistake after the Lakers-Celtics games, and that made everybody say, oh, they even admitting it now. We got problems. So all that said, I ain't heard nobody go off on the refs like this. Yes, this is going to be Coach Darko Rahakovic. Sorry if I'm disrespecting your name, but I don't know how to say it. Coach Darko, let's call him, because he went dark on these refs. Listen to this.
That's outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like, how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible that Scotty Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scotty Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been calling it back, it's a complete crap.
Coach, do you feel like you're getting any explanations at all? That offensive foul, did you see, like, get any explanation?
No, there is no explanation. They just come up there, they review and they see what they want to see. They don't want to hear us, what we got to say. They don't want to hear the players. They don't just want to protect us. Over the game, they got 36 free throws, 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How are we supposed to play?
He ain't coaching next game. He went, now that's Jersey. He went ether. Golly. Okay, we all know refs suck. Duh. And I don't mean it like referees suck. I mean refereeing sucks. Because they don't get no love. All GAFs and no glory. All that. That's all we do is clown referees. When they mess up. You imagine that? That's all you get noticed for is mess ups. When you do everything right, yeah. And then if you ever go to a game, they are always chirping at them refs. I do hate this about basketball culture. Shut up. I coach my son and my kids right now. I said, do not complain to them refs. Stop complaining. First of all, complaining is contagious. Second of all, stop complaining. I ain't seen a ref yet change their call. In all the years I don't watch basketball, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Now, if there's evidence, but your ass complaining, that ain't gonna do nothing. And then you always distracted. You complaining, next thing you know, somebody drive right by you. You complaining, next thing you know, you should have been there and messed up and you ain't gonna get the pass. Just distracted, right? So anyway, I look at refereeing like this, because I went through the Music City Miracle, and I am not talking from a lack of experience. That Music City Miracle, I don't think I've cursed more in my life in a 10-minute span than that. That was a forward pass, mother. You know what I mean? But point being, stall the refs out, man. Like, sometimes they see stuff and sometimes they don't. Because it's human beings, not machines out there. Now, this AI gonna kick in, y'all. Y'all gonna find out how bad y'all want these referees, because they're gonna put some machines in there and some AI technology and some machine learning. And next thing you know, it's gonna be perfect. Every foul. Oh no, he only hit him right here on the palm, not the wrist. You know, you're gonna have that. Better watch yourself. Better watch who you complaining to. That's how it goes. So, you know, the coach's crap is comment. Like when he said that, I was like, oh, these referees got it. You know how hard it is to referee? You know how hard it is to play? Because guys are moving fast and they're highly skilled and they're deceptive at times, right? Well, imagine if you're trying to catch them always doing something wrong in fractions, and they're that skilled, that talented, and you ain't got the right angle, you out of position, they do something crazy. There's no calculation of how the human body is going to shape and form and move when you watching a damn NBA game. These dudes are going everywhere. Giraffes everywhere. Y'all better stall them out. I'm not saying they don't do a great job or a bad job. I think they do a good job. They don't do a great job. You know why they don't do a great job? It's because they do let their personality, they do let it get personal too. I've seen referees want to flex sometimes. You know how it goes. Like I'm the ref that flexes. Scott Barnes comes to mind, you know. That game against him, that was wrong, as Coach pointed out. The point is, they do a good job. But you ain't going to get nothing better out of them talking like that to them. Just remember that ain't how the game goes. So beat it up in the comments. Y'all like these refs? Y'all hate them? Y'all think they suck? Think they do a good job? Great job. What's the hardest part about refereeing? What's the easiest part? I think that VIP pass on that court to watch the best players in the world play sound pretty fresh to me. All right, y'all, coming up next on Never Shut Up. Oh, we're going to hit you with what's up with that dude. Funk up some comments and hit you with a Wileyism. That's what we do. That's next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV, Columbia in the house, homeboy, and Reese TV. That's where my daughter went to school. Yeah, I'm representing where my daughter's at. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. Did a little phone booth costume change. It's Wiley Wins'day. What the hell was I wearing? That Columbia Sports Management sweater. I got to put on my Bet US because it's Wiley Wins'day. Y'all know how the game goes right here. All right, and don't forget to log on to WileyWins.com. Go to Bet US and support and bet against me this week. It's playoff time. There's some real money out there. I told y'all I got y'all. Got that 125% sign-up bonus if you haven't done that already. And if you have, you already know. Hallelujah. So this is all coming to you from Bet US. So while we're talking about that, let's get into these games right now. All right. Cleveland versus Houston. God, it feels good to say Houston, but I ain't. It's the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco knows what to do. Let's go, Flacco. In those playoffs, they're going to win. They're going to beat the Houston Texans. All right, Miami versus Kansas City. I really think Miami's going to win. But then I'm like, they don't have any Dolphins. All their fins are gone. What? They are beat up. I still say the Dolphins beat the Chiefs. Chiefs been sputtering, man. Don't give me that, oh, you know in the playoffs they know how to do it. But I can hear it right now when if Kansas City wins. Marcellus, you've been hating on Kansas City forever. I just really think Miami's going to win. Okay, whatever. Don't beat me up, y'all. All right, what else we got? Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Make me want to shout number 2 seed out. Come on now. Hey. Let's go, Buffalo. What? Oh, man, look how quick I go from a Charger fan to a Buffalo fan when they make the playoffs. All right, Green Bay versus Dallas. Come on, man, stop playing. That might be the blowout of the weekend. Dallas is going to spank them. They're going to smack the Pack. I smack. Hit them with that Nelly or something. Rams and Detroit. God, this is a good game. So many storylines. You go back to where you came from. You go back to where you came from. Y'all going against each other. Oh, you mad at me? You ain't hating, no, but y'all cool. Oh, man, this is going to be dope. Hey! Detroit wins, but I don't really believe that. I'm just saying it because they the favorites and they dog tough, y'all. They dog tough. Tampa versus Philly. Woo! Hit him with that snake. Hit him with that cobra. That mongoose. MC Hammer. I mean, he had that mongoose. Y'all don't remember that. Ain't no way Tampa beating Philly, right? I'm going with Tampa. Some keep telling me say Tampa. I don't know. It ain't me. All right, y'all. Go to WileyWins.com. Make sure you go against me and hopefully beat me. I might be right. I zigged and zagged a little bit in there. All love, man. And love to Brinks TV. Y'all make sure you go to Brinks.tv and get paid to watch television. Yes, we got 1,000 Brinks bucks for your free sign up if you go to Brinks TV. So go get that love right there. And this show is powered by you. And it's powered by ProjectTransition.org. Let me talk slow because you got to log on to ProjectTransition.org and see our donor wall. All these people who have given their money, their treasure to helping the itty bitties out there. We are doing the work. Matter of fact, some of you, a lot of you have gotten an email, and the email is for our Las Vegas NFL watch party. That is happening this Saturday. So make sure if you haven't received the email, that's because you ain't left your email. I tell you that every show. Leave your email at projecttransition.org. We are not just a foundation. We're a foundation, baby. So we're having a watch party at Caesar's Palace this Saturday. Yes. Talk to you more about how we're creating this global giving community and have a little fun in the process, a little hydration situation. You know what I'm talking about? All right, y'all. It's time to funk up some comments. Yeah. What were we talking about yesterday? Oh, the Illuminati. Oh, y'all were feeling me on that Illuminati. Thank you. Let's talk to it. Totally agree with that Illuminati nonsense. Yeah. It's like Jay-Z said, gotta be Illuminati if Negro shine. I'm sure he said that. Especially with the dress stuff. It's a bit hypocritical when he bashes that, but his most memorable roles are him being a pimp, which is worse exactly a pimp hat or a dress. Talk about him clowning Kevin Hart, saying he with the Illuminati because he wears a dress, but you a pimp. How good is that? How helpful is that for the community, my brother? You know what I'm saying? Again, I love Cap, but when it came to Kevin, he was hating. I'm sorry, but he was. Yeah, my definition of hating is when you're mad at somebody and you're competing against that or them and you let that anger out. That's hating. So he was hating. Yep. It's like Jay and Nas when they were battling. No matter what Jay did, he was going to lose because the people wanted him to and had already chosen Nas before the first disc was dropped. I hear what you're saying. Jay needed to be taken down a peg for being too successful, even though Nas got pop hits too. Same with Kevin and Cat. People taking Cat's side over Kevin are hypocritical. Don't do that. I'm taking Cat's side, but even though I know what you're saying. Because they want Cat to be where Kevin is as far as Hollywood goes, but yet hate Kevin and diminish his accomplishments. I don't do that. I don't want Cat where Kevin is. I just like Cat. And I love Kevin for where he is in terms of success. Whether you find him funny is subjective, true. But don't say that man doesn't work hard and hasn't worked hard for everything he has. True. Facts. It's like the episode of Fresh Prince when, God dang, how many examples you got? It's like the episode of Fresh Prince when Carlton got dissed for being rich. Why does there have to be a level of success if you're black? Ooh, you're getting deep. You know where you're going. Cat is okay with being a hood classic. Kevin wants to expand his fan base. What's wrong with either path? Both are legendary. Why do we have to choose? Ooh. I'm going to take you back to when MC Hammer, Ice Cube, Fresh Prince all crossed over. First of all, it shouldn't have been no crossing over. That shouldn't even be a line. That lets you know we got borders and restrictions. That lets you know you caught up or you racist or you think less of yourself or more of somebody else. Crossing over. I put a song out. Who bought it? White people, black people. K. Oh, no, you crossed over. More white people bought it. Shut the shit. What's so silly? Y'all dumb. Man, you think I was playing football? I was like, oh, how many white people clapping for my sack? No. I need only the black people to clap. That's when I don't want to cross over. And then they faced all that resistance to cross over. And then next thing you know, once they had all that success, MC Hammer had dolls and cartoons. You know what? Every other rapper's trying to start easing up over there doing the shimmy. Next thing you know, they all in movies. All in the commercials, all up in the TV shows. But hated on them pioneers for doing it first because they crossed over. Man, stop. Sometimes slap yourself for saying stupid stuff like crossover. Now, I've said it too, so slap myself. But the point is, man, don't let these people restrict us and make us think all stupid. That's ignorant. All right, do I have any more comments? I got hype on them one. Your comment was long as hell, too. Nori isn't wrong. I'm not wealthy or powerful and growing up in Miami. You can see what he's saying just being outside. The more money you get around is the more you have to be friendly in those circles to keep moving forward. Look, the powerful are different than the successful. Like, there are normal people, good people, or ordinary people, where you don't want to call them ordinary people. And then there's successful people, like athletes and stuff. And then there's powerful people, like owners. You know what I mean? Now, the powerful people roll together. One, they don't trust everybody as they shouldn't. But two, they get sued a whole lot. They get clowned a whole lot. And a lot of them are the rock stars that were nerds before, but now they rock stars. Everyone loves you now. How did you act when you made it? You got $5 and then went back to your reunion. How did you act? That part. Same way I acted when I went back after getting drafted. Like, oh, you didn't want, first you didn't know me. Now you all up on me. You know what I'm saying? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Owners, they are nerds, or they are children, lineage kids from somebody else who was a nerd. Usually. They had to put their nose down. They had to work smart as hell, made money somewhere, spent 25 hours a day doing some damn hedge fund stuff. Now y'all want to kick it and pop bottles? Well, before, when I was walking by the dorm, you didn't even say hello, bruh, because you had all the girls because you was the star on the team. Now you're successful, but I'm powerful. I write church checks. That's why they act like that. Because they're like, man, I know you ain't really the homie like that. And I got what I need. I don't need y'all. Bye. What if, let me end on this. What Nino say? Man, cancel $5. I'll buy another one. That's how powerful people sometimes act. So y'all call that Illuminati because they ain't letting everybody in. And if you come in, you got to act the way they want you to act because I control this. Just like in your house. Take your shoes off. I'll take my shoes off in your house. Is that the Illuminati? Y'all getting weird. Success. If someone's more successful than you and do things differently, they're not the Illuminati. They're just different and probably more powerful. All right, let me hip you. I'm from Brooklyn, and what Nori was saying is them guys, P. Diddy and them, did what they did. Trust me, code talk. Well, I mean, that ain't Illuminati. It's just, if P. Diddy did all the stuff they said he did, then there's a name for that, right? Promiscuous, or if you think he did the assaults or the rapes or gay, whatever you're going to say, it's all that. But it ain't Illuminati like some mythical group of, I just don't believe it. All right, Stephen and Shannon. I'm all for the controversial conversations, Marcellus. However, what I don't like is when people gloss over the large point of the controversial conversations, which in this case wasn't that Stephen lied. Jason's larger point was that Stephen was installed to push a broader agenda. Wonder why you didn't touch that part. Just curious, not accusatory. Oh, a broader agenda. Because I've worked in high places. I've worked next to and with Stephen A. I ain't as successful in sports media as him, but I was a football player too. He didn't play ball. I have not met no Illuminati. Just haven't. So these broader agendas, no. There are guys that know. If they say what everyone else is saying, they're going to go further. Simple as that. Like, you know, like Acho. I'll tell you for real. This ain't hate. This is real. Acho came in with the uncomfortable conversations. Why did it blow up? Because everybody was talking about that. Then he moved to talking about anti-Semitism and the Holocaust. Then he moved and it was like women's rights. Like, dog, everybody know the waves. It's just, I don't go with the waves because I'm always like, where's this wave going? I don't believe that. So then I chose going pro BLM or, you know, uncomfortable conversations. And I'm going, I don't believe in the BLM from day one. You think that's Illuminati or anti-Illuminati? No, it's just, I read the damn mission statement. I was like, that's some BS. They don't like nuclear families. They don't want me and my kids to stay together. Man, move on. Oh, you're not black. You're a sellout. Shut it. So That ain't no Illuminati. So I don't talk about broader agendas. We all got the same show notes. I chose Stephen A. me. They choose to do one way. I choose to do it the other way. There are consequences going against the grain. Is that Illuminati? Nah. All right, here we go. Isn't it strange that all the talking heads for sports media are no longer talking about sports? They're talking about each other. Yes. Come on, man. We are all social creatures. Gossip is like how we said hello. We learn language through gossip. For real. You didn't learn language through A, B, C, D in front of your teacher. You learned it going home, listening to your mama. Talking about, girl, do you know what happened? All right, Stephen is hating. That is why he would never have an interview like Katz on his podcast, because you wouldn't let him speak his truth. Instead, he wants to politic. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, like I'm so glad that Shannon Sharpe let him breathe and just let him talk. So glad. It was such an epic interview. Oh, so good. Stephen A. plays a character on television. Why would anyone be surprised his memoir would embellish the truth? Hell, he's played his character so long he may believe it is the truth. Yeah. And sometimes your truth gets exaggerated. Like, I'm from Compton, and I was there till age 5 or 6. Then I was only there on every weekend. And every weekend I was there, I was like, damn, Compton gangster. We moved to greener pastures. I lived in Overhills. I lived off Slauson. I lived in South Central. How to survive in South Central. Now, I move on and I tell everyone I'm from LA. People start clowning me. You ain't from LA, you from Compton. I was like, okay, I'm from Compton. Then you say you from Compton. People are like, you ain't from Compton. You ain't go to high school here. And I'm like, but everybody wants to claim you, but then nobody wants to like own up to it. I'm like, okay. So when I was going to New York, I used to always say LA. They were like, what part? And what is this? And I say South Central, Slauson. And then they were like, oh, I thought you was from Compton. I'm like, all right, Compton too. Compton, well, you wasn't here for long enough? Oh, God dang. Sound like an army brat. So I'm not holding that against Stephen A. like all of these points, because maybe some of it got exaggerated, not to his doing. All right, Whitlock. The last one. Whitlock has earned the perception for me that no matter what the topic is, he's hating, jealous, and finding a reason to talk down on anything black while perpetuating a fraud that he's holier than thou and Bible thumping. Whitlock is so jealous of Stephen A. he can't see straight. Bruh, get over it. I can't say Whitlock is a hater. He's certainly going to go to a place where nobody else is going to go. And I will say this. He talks about a lot of black people because I think he has a high, maybe absurd level of expectation for black people. I think it actually comes from that place. And I know him well. Not super well, but that's, we still chop it up. It's still my dog. I think it comes from that place. But trust me, do not trust me. Everything you said and wrote, I know. And I felt it. I'm like, dog, really? But he really just comes from like, come on, black people. And you ever had that coach that really believe in you and nothing is good enough? I think that's Whitlock with black people. Just giving y'all my 2 cents. When did HBCU start giving scholarships? I played college basketball at Cal Berkeley in 1987 and remember Morehouse came to my high school to recruit students. And when I asked about athletics, they said they don't give athletic scholarships. That part. I don't know that, so I'm not going to go there. But Stephen A., that story, I said he wasn't lying, but he wasn't telling the truth either. Stephen A. is not the first person to change their story and won't be the last. Too many people do it because they know people love a good origin story containing adversity and resilience towards success. We could all be more honest of where we come from. I try to be honest. Every time you be honest, they be like, People were really mad at me. I wasn't claiming the Overhills because that's where Nipsey from, 60s and all. That's where I grew up. Nipsey Hussle and all that. And I only didn't claim it because it's like, I do claim it. I said, I'm from LA. Where? I'm from South Central. I thought you was from Compton. I was born in Compton, raised there, then raised in South Central off Slauson, Overhills. You happy? That's a long ass way to say where you from. So I got tired of saying I said LA and people got mad at that. All right, so I get some of that. All right, here's an extra one. Not gonna lie, this is the only single man podcast that I can listen to and enjoy. Hey, that's about me. Shannon has the people he interviews, and Ocho. Joe Rogan does interviews. Cameron works well with Mace and so forth. Wiley, me, is entertaining by himself. Dope. Oh, thank you. Years of radio of talking with somebody else for 4 hours every single day. You talk to them, you talk to the audience, and you're also talking to yourself for 4 hours. I am used to talking to myself. I just want to do this with y'all. So I'm still going to roll out some content or we can connect even more than just funk up some comments. Dat dudes, y'all gonna send in y'all itty bitties playing football, and I'm about to give them some lessons. And I'm a clown. We're gonna have fun. And then there's gonna be a Dear Dat Dude. We're playing around with that, where you just come on here and talk your talk. Like you get, 30 seconds, a minute, what you gotta get off your chest or say, and then I'll just go at it with you. Let's go. So those are 2 things to connect with y'all. I'll do the co-host thing, but I'm gonna do it on their platform. So Dreamers Pro, we're gonna start doing a weekly segment starting next week. I love what he's doing over there. So I'm gonna give him some of this. And George Reister is doing something at his show, Unafraid. So people want me on their stuff, and I'll do that. But this is our baby. We're going to keep it together, just you and I. All right, y'all know how we finish every show. We finish with a Wileyism. Yeah. That Dreamers Pro going to be fire, too. We already did 2 of them. Killer. Charles is my dog. I respect his gangster. Treat your first like your last, and your last like your first. Isn't that a Biggie verse? Bars. Appreciation. My ace, Jabari Magnus, my best friend, outside of my sister. See, it's so complicated with me. My sister's really my best friend, but she's my sister, so she can't be my best friend. It's Jabari. Always brings this verse up. Boy, if you can live by this verse. Woo. Cat Williams said something like this in that interview. He said, if you can go to bed every night and tell yourself this could be it. You know how he was rubbing his knees? This could be it. You're going to appreciate life. I got a little frog in my throat. I would nail that damn impression. So here's the thing. I am working on this hard, and I'm getting close to treating I do it with my kids. I am locked in with every time my kids does something, or good, bad, or ugly, I'm just like, this is it. This is our moment. Like, I am locked in with my kids. I'm not so locked in with my wife, can't lie to y'all. Not locked in with my friends at all. My friends be like, damn, dog, where you at? Let's hang. And then I say, let's hang. And I want them all to hang. And they're like, dog, can we get some one-on-one time? Like, dog, all of us one-on-one, it ain't gonna be no time for the itty bitties. So I'm working on it, dog. But that appreciation makes life, woo, so special, so sweet, so juicy. Oh, it's so juicy. If you this is like my first show ever, y'all. You imagine just how much you into it, how invested you are. So whatever Biggie said, man, live through that, live that out. Treat your first like your last, and your last like your first. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. Oh, they put me in the mix. Oh. Love for you guys. Have an amazing day. I am. I'm going to Las Vegas for a few hours. Woo, that sounds gangster. Boy, you done made it. I'll be back. See y'all tomorrow.
Days a lot faster. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so inspired to be here, and thanks Shine Global for this award, to be recognized for doing the right thing, to be recognized for doing good things, and trying to inspire others for their own greatness. I'm just a kid from Compton who, at an early age, had to look inside to find my opportunities, because on the outside, there were so many whispers and sometimes yells of, I couldn't make my dreams a reality. And thought that was very unfortunate, but I was thankful that I never internalized that chorus that was around me. I was a kid that understood that you had to be greater than your greatest excuse. And I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of reasons to have self-doubt. But I was able to develop my inner power, discover that inner power, and make sure that I showed the world exactly who I wanted to be. And it was really simple for me. It was to make my dreams a reality. There was nothing more to it. And as I now stand here, just a few miles from where I grew up, where that adversity still is strong. And as we see through these movies, that it's worldwide, not just in our locale. You see the suffering, you see the gangs, you see the drugs, you see the poverty. And there's always one common escape. It's that inner power, it's that ambition. It's having a voice that's louder than those surrounding voices. And I'm on a mission, a global mission, to make sure that inner power inspires all to not only give, but to receive the blessings that come from giving. And I'm up here right now as a guy who's challenging everyone to give their 3 T's. That's time, that's talent, and that's treasure. Human capital, financial, whatever it may be. Let's invest in each other because we all have to coexist here together. And as I look around and I have a foundation that really inspires these kids to become their greatest version of themselves and to look in the mirror to make sure that they're greater than their greatest excuse. It gives me my greatest passion. I was a kid who wanted to be a school teacher, but because of my height, weight, and speed, I became a football player. So I took that helicopter ride up as high as I could, but as I was ascending, I never forgot that I was once one of those fork-in-the-road kids who was shot at many times, who had to navigate around adversity every single day, who had to waste so much of his brain power just trying to get home every day. And so many experiences that sometimes you become desensitized to. But in reality, that is someone else's reality. So I'm so thankful to stand in front of all of you guys as an example of the kids that we're trying to affect, the underserved, the underprivileged, those who are told that their hardships are greater than who they are. But hopefully we can inspire them all to look inward, because everything they want out there is already in here. Appreciate you guys.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right. Get a 125% sign-up bonus, and to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we're giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.